It being a primetime night game do anything for you? Do you get a little more excited to play under the lights?
It gives you something more to look forward to, but preparation-wise, no, I feel like it's the same. But no, I was telling Tyson, I'm like, in the fourth quarter when we stand under the lights, it's gonna feel a little bit different.
What does it feel like now that you're finally at this point? I guess y'all kind of started talking about that the season would come down to week 18 a few weeks ago. Now it's kind of here. Does it feel like? I mean, this has been the journey all building up to here.
It's a little hard to believe, honestly, just thinking about where we started and the things we talked about all year, like just keeping the faith and letting ourselves be in position at this point. So for it to come to fruition it's good, but it's not, the job's not done.
During that rough stretch of October, did you still see that all the pieces to the puzzle would come together like this?
Yeah, I think it exposed what we needed to see about ourselves and learn about ourselves, and it brought us to the right point of the season.
One game left. I mean, does this one have any extra nerves to it? Do you have to get that first play kind of under your belt to kind of settle the shoulders at all?
It seems like that, but I feel like once we get out there, it's another game. You know what I mean? Just do your job, do it to the best of your ability, and let the chips fall. So I don't want to overthink it. Me personally, that's not my approach.
Is it true that Doug said he had a crystal ball and he could see week 18 that this is where this was all going to end?
Yeah, he did, and he said it way back. I want to say after Kansas City, around there, and it's hard to see the vision at that point, but that's why you have a leader like him to give you that faith.
For you guys, obviously, I know you kind of elaborated a little bit about it, but the primetime game, and a lot of folks have said, like, oh, well, they got the Saturday night, not the Sunday night. People don't respect the Jaguars. Does it feel like you guys have to prove something, in addition to obviously winning the division on Saturday?
Yeah, you got to prove it every Sunday, so that's non-negotiable. You got to prove it. The Saturday night, Sunday night thing, I personally didn't see it as a huge thing, but I mean, now that guys bring it up that way, I think it is, a little bit of disrespect, and you got to take it that way.
For the Titans, obviously, they're coming off of having a couple extra days rest, too, and I know that was also part of it. But with that said, too, wide receivers, tight ends, a bunch of their skill makers are going to be a little bit healthier. How does that change preparations for you guys versus the last time you two teams faced and they were pretty banged up?
I think it doesn't change much. Everybody, whoever's up is up. You got to approach it the same. That's how you want to do it in this league, especially. But I mean, you're going to see different talents, whether they're starters up or not. It's all talented guys, and you can't sleep on anyone, to be honest.
Wait, you were hurt. I'm now realizing as I'm asking you were hurt. So for you, what does it mean that you get to play against the hated Titans and play in this Week 18 matchup?
Yeah, this is my first real matchup with them, being a starter. So like you said, I'm looking forward to it. I got something to prove, and this is it's going to be an every year thing. So you got to get used to it.
Defensive back. How do you prepare for Derrick Henry? Because you're coming up to hit him. And I mean, I know it's trite to ask about Derrick Henry, but he's their offense right now. And you've had a shoulder, so how do you get yourself mentally ready to go get him?
It's really just knowing where your guys are at, one. And two, if you're running an alley, there's no reason to be afraid at the end of the day. It's football. So I'm my same technique, run, shuffle, get the guy on the ground. It depends, honestly. I'm a freestyler in terms of that. If I feel like I got a shot high, I'm gonna hit you high. But no, it has nothing to do really on who I'm hitting.
How many games like this, winner take all, have you played in your entire football career, and how much are you looking forward to the pressure of Sunday or Saturday night?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of winner takes all, winner go home. If it's not playoffs when I was younger, not many. So to be quite honest, this is the first time for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
We heard Aaron Beasley got in touch with you over the weekend. Oh, we had him on the radio yesterday. We had him on our show yesterday, and he said that he gave you a call. So for you, I mean, like you already have alluded to it, but like, what do you have to prove personally on Saturday?
Really, that like you said, in these type of games, I can step up, be that big time player that makes the big time play. But yeah, Bees hit me up, showed a little bit of. Shed light on a big drop, and that's what happens. But no, I appreciate Bees, so it's all good now.
I know you also have a relationship with Donovan too. Like, what is it like for you being in Jacksonville and having the relationship you do with some of those alums?
Yeah, it feels like it's meant to be, just because I have a connection with Donovan because of Syracuse, and then Bees, we had just ran into each other when I was a freshman at an All-American thing, and so it's just funny that things happen that way. And I already had Aaron Beasley's number when I got drafted. It's just funny. So to have that connection to legends here is awesome, and they've been giving me a ton of advice and just guidance.